Hello and welcome. This is going to be my next playthrough of the Sherwood game, and again I am going to play one of the scenarios that I created by my own. This is scenario titled Surrounded by the Enemy. And here we have Robin and his merry men inside the cottage. They have a meeting with some shady smugglers, and because Robin managed to steal some of the treasures from Nottingham, he's going to sell them to get money to help the poor, of course, like he always does. But he has no idea that this is actually a trap. There will be no smugglers, but instead the guy of Gisborne along with his men are coming to finally get rid of Robin Hood. So, will Robin Hood survive? And even more, will he be able to save the treasures? And to do that, he has to escape from the board. And luckily, he has a Little John with himself, and Little John, as you know, is pretty strong guy, so he can carry the treasure with himself, with a little limitation of the movement, while any other character might have a problem with that. So, let's talk about the scenario itself first. Robin Hood sets up first. He has five men, and at last one of them can set up in the front yard, while all the others, including Robin Hood and Little John, must be inside the cottage. When they are set up, next sheriff's men are setting up next. They can enter any edge of the board, 1, 2 or 3. They cannot enter from the edge 4, but no more than 3 characters can enter from the single edge. So when you decide who is going to enter from here, you have to set them up adjacent to the hexes they are going to enter. This is pretty important, because when they are set up, you have to make a roll to see which of the board's edge is going to be Robin Hood's escape road. So you have no idea until you will make a roll. So let's do this. And when we are doing this roll, let me check how it was. Yes, if I roll 1 to 5, this is edge 3, and if I roll 6 to 0, this is edge 2. So it's 2, so this is going to be edge 3. Okay, so this is their way to safety, but they have to escape from this cottage first. And that's not all. In the turn 1, only sheriff's men can move. They are moving stealthy because they are setting up the trap, and because of that they can only they are the only side that can move in the turn 1, but they can move with the half of their movement points only. So is that everything I should tell you about? Well, one more thing. Here we have a treasure chest, and anyone can carry the treasure chest, and if we'll manage to carry the treasure chest out of the board, then we get additional victory points. But the problem is that the treasure chest is pretty heavy, and the character that carries the treasure chest has its movement points reduced by 3, or 2 if it is Little John, because he's, well, very strong guy. Okay, I believe that's all, and next we can start the game. So here we have a turn 1, and only sheriff's men can make their movement. Oh, I took a wrong walker counter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and he cannot enter woods, and he cannot enter this hex, so he has to go here. Okay, and this is turn 1, and next we have to check for turn 2. And in the turn 2, we have to make a roll to see if Robin's men are aware of the trap. If I will roll 1-5, then Robin Hood can move normally, but with the half of the movement points. And if I roll 6-10, Robin's men can't move, but they can fight normally. So let's make a roll. It's 1. So they can move, but they can only move with the half of their movement points. So that's pretty bad. I mean, pretty good. So they finally might try to escape from the board, but Sheriff's men are still moving, and they still move with half of their movement points because they are still hoping to catch Robin's men by surprise, so they are moving stealthy. Okay, so anyone can fire. Well, Baldric, he is a crossbowman, so I believe he can fire through this window. Let me check. So, Baldric can fire at Saxbird because he's adjacent to the window, but due to this fact, Saxbird can use a cover. So, we are firing with crossbow, so we get -2 for the damage roll. But first we need to score a hit, and because enemy is in the cover, we get +2. So 9! This is a total miss. Okay, Baldric, you should try better. Alright, so that's all for the missile fire. And now let's go to the movement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They are moving silently. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. He's moving with this javelin. And Baldric, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the trap is about to sprung, but Robin's men are now aware of what's going on, and they are pretty shocked. Well, they expected some smugglers, not the guy and his men. So, well, they have to do something to run away before Guy and his men are going to capture or slaughter them. So, first of all, we have a missile phase, and Saxbird is firing at Albert. This is 5, and this is a hit. So, let me see what happened to Albert. 5, he is wounded. Where do I have your wounded marker? Oh, here you are, Albert. And now Robin is firing at Wilbrand. Notice that Wilbrand is in armor. So let me check. 8. Oh, Robin misses completely. Okay, so that's all for the movement of the missile, and now let's go to the movement phase. So, run away, guys! You, Little John, take a treasure. So, John grabs the treasure chest, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes on here. Now, Will Scarlet helps him. Robin decides to jump out of the window, and to move through the window I need to spend 4 movement points. So this is 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Reynolds joins him here, and Saxbird 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake. Yes, why? Because you know they can only move with the half of their movement points in this turn. Yes, so let's start again. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because he has movement point reduced to 6 because of his this chest. Now Robin has 4 movement points, so he jumps out through the window to attack. Oh no, he's not going to. This would be too risky, and he will be surrounded by the enemy in no time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. and these guys are going to 1, 2, 3, stay here, and I think Saxbert, I wonder if I should leave him here to fire at the enemy, or maybe here. Okay, so that's all for the Robin's men, and now Will is going to attack Walker. He has 7 versus 7, so this is there are no modifiers, so this is 0. And 2. Walker is stunned. Okay, that's pretty good. Will took him by surprise and hit his head. So this concludes turn 2, and we are starting turn 3. So Sheriff's men are first to go. Can they fire at anyone? Well, I believe no. They have no opportunity, they have no line of sight to any of the Robin's men. So now they can only make their movement. So, Finn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can move normally now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so who is going to attack who? Wilbrand is going to attack Will Scarlet, so we have 12 versus 5, so it's 7, so it's 5, 9. And 5, this is R1. Oh, sorry, I forgot that Finn is going to attack too. Okay, so we have 22 versus 5. 22 versus 5 is 17, so it's 10, 19, plus 1 for the 2 versus 1, so it's 21, 9, and 5, this is S. So the Will is stunned, actually. No, that's bad. And now, Martin is going to attack Saxbert first. They are going to make different attacks. Martin attacks Saxbert, so it's 10 versus 3, so it's 7. So this is 5, 9. I got 5 in the 5, 9. This is R1. Oh, that's bad. Saxbert retreats and thus he is safe from Guy's attack. I should start with Guy. But my goal was to attack him with Martin, hoping that he will be stunned or wounded, and then kill him with a Guy. But well, I failed. Okay, so Walker is waking up. Maybe Wilbrand, who was next to him, kicked him in his head and, come on, Walker, walk on. And now we have a Robin's men to go. Can they fire? Well, Robin can fire at Finn, Walker or Wilbrand, and he decides that Wilbrand is, well, he's in armor, so he's harder to hit. So I will try to hit Finn because he stands on my way. Oh, I hit him, and now how effective my hit was. 7, oof, not very effective. He's wounded, so Finn is wounded. And next, no one else can fire? Well, no. I mean, Saxbert cannot because he's adjacent to the enemy. He has no line of sight to him because there is a wall between them, so Reynolds cannot fire. So that's all for the Robin's men. Now let's go to their movement phase. Let's go with the Little John. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He tries to get out with this treasure chest, and Robin will go 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to help him. Reynolds move 1, 2, 3, 4, and Saxbert 1, 2, 3, because he moves adjacent to the enemy. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. He will go like that, so they might be able to fire with their arrows. Okay, any combat? Yes. Reynold and Robin are attacking Finn, so they have 16 versus 4, so this is 12, so this will be 10, 19, plus 1 because of their numerical advantage, so we have 20, 29, And whoa, that's disaster. Nothing happens. Finn managed to protect himself with his shield, so nothing happened to him, he's safe. And this concludes turn 3. We are starting with turn 4 now. And well, it's going. Wonder if they will be able to save treasure chest and some of their men. Let's see, we are starting with Guy's turn. Okay, anyone can fire? I believe no, because Baldric has no line of sight to anyone, and Albert has none. Well, when it comes to Albert, well, no, he has only he has a javelin, so it has 5 range on the short range and 12 on the long range. So, well, no one. Okay, so no missile fire for Sheriff's men. So let's go to their movement phase. Oh, I forgot to wake Will Scarlet up. Okay, so now Walker. Walker is going to walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to stop Little John from taking this chest out of here. Wilbrand. 1, 2, 1, 2. He's going to go here. Guy. 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack with Scarlet along with Martin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will take this position, so he will make our archers unable to fire. And our missile guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's all when it comes to the sheriff's men. I can move my camera a bit. Now let's resolve a combat. So, Guy and Martin are attacking with Scarlet. They have 27 versus 5, so it's 22. So the column is 20, 29, plus 1, because of the numerical advantage, is 30, 39. It's 2. Oh! Say goodbye to Will. He's dead. And evil Guy enters this hex. Now, Finn and Wilbrand are attacking Robin. They have 17 versus 5, so it's 12. So it's 10, 19, and plus 1 because of the numerical advantage. 6. It is S. So Robin is stunned. No good. Some looks like some stars are circling around Robin's head now. He's dreaming about Marian and not thinking about combat while the enemies are dangerously close to him. And now Walker attacks Little John. He has 9 versus 7. So this is 9 versus 7 is 2. So we got 2. So it's 0, 4. And he gets -1 because he's attacking a character that carries a treasure chest. So we get positive modifier for the die roll. And this is 9, -1 is 8. This is nothing. So, nothing happened. Little John managed to protect himself quite well. So that's all for the sheriff's men. Time for Robin's men to go. Alright, time for Robin's men to go, and well, they are in a pretty dire situation now. Robin is stunned, they are both adjacent to the enemy, so they cannot fire. So what are they going to do? 1, 2, and now. He wants to go here, so he needs spend +2 because of the enemy, and woods +2, so he needs to spend 4, but luckily he has enough movement points to go here. And to go there. Reynolds. 1, 2, and 6. Oh no, sorry, another mistake. Why? 1, 2. Next. 3, 4, because of the terrain, 5-6 because of the infiltration. And now entering this hex would cost me another 4 movement points because there is a walker here, so I will be in his zone of control. So no, I cannot move here nor there. I have to stop here. And Little John can move here. It would be 4. And he cannot move there because it would be it would cost him 8, and he carries this chest, so he can only move here. So that's all. And Reynolds, I believe Reynolds is going to stay here trying to protect Robin. So that's all when it comes to the movement. And now let's go to the combat. And Reynolds is attacking Finn, so this is 8 versus 4, so it's 0-4. And 10. Attacker wounded. My god, Reynolds, you are unlucky guy. He's wounded. Looks like Robin's men are going to lose this battle. Okay, and now Saxbert and Little John are going to attack Walker. They have 15 versus 7, so it's 8. Defender is in this disadvantageous terrain, so now they have 15 versus 7, so it's 5-9. Plus 1 because there is 2 versus 1, and plus 1 because defender is in this disadvantageous terrain, so it's 20-29. Just 7, so he's retreating 1 hex, and Little John takes it as opportunity and moves here. Alright, so we can wake Robin Hood up. No more dreaming about Marion, Robin. We have problems. And this concludes turn 4. So let's go with turn 5. Anyone can fire. When it comes to the sheriff's men, the answer is no. Albert cannot fire because they are their men on his line of sight, and Baldric has no line of sight to the enemy either. So that's all for the sheriff's men missile actions, and time for them to go. So Baldric, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and that's all. And now Wilbrand, 1, 2, 3, 4 because of the infiltration, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, the trap is working fine, I believe, because Robin's men are now effectively surrounded. Wonder if they will be able to get out. So let's go, and now who is going to attack who? Walker is going to attack Little John. They are both in the same terrain, so no modifier. So this is 9 versus 7, so it's 2, so it's 0-4. And 8 in 0-4. AR1. Attacker retreats 1 hex. Little John takes it as opportunity to move closer to the board's edge. Now Wilbrand is going to attack Saxbert. It is 12 versus 3, so it's 9. They are both in the same terrain. And 8 in the 5-9, this is nothing. Guy is going to attack Robin. 17 versus 5, so it's 10-19. Oh, 9. Nothing. Looks like Robin's men are pretty lucky this time. And Finn and Martin are attacking Reynolds. They have 15 versus 3, so it's 12. 10-9. And plus 1, plus column shift because of the 2 versus 1. So it's 20-29. And 8 again, so it's 1. Reynolds has to retreat, but he has no place to retreat. Here he would be adjacent to the enemy. Anywhere he would be adjacent to the enemy, so he's wounded, and due to this fact, he's dead. Okay, so he's a second Robin's man who is dead after a will. Oh, this doesn't look good. So this concludes Sheriff's men actions, and now let's go to what remains of the Robin pack. Oh, we have only 3 characters? Yeah, only Robin, Saxbert and Little John. Oh, I think they are not going to survive this. Alright, so now Saxbert moves here. It costs him 4 movement points and another 4 movement points to go here. Robin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all. We cannot fire, we couldn't fire because all of them were adjacent to the enemies. So who is going to do what? I believe Saxbert and Robin are going to attack Baldric, while Little John is going to attack Walker. So it is 14 versus 6, so this is 8. It is 5-9, plus 1 because of the numerical advantage is 10-19 and 1. Oh hell, Baldric is dead. That was a pretty effective attack. So we managed to somehow avenge Will's death. And now, due to this fact, attacker can make a movement with half of his movement points, and we can ignore infiltration rule. So it is he has 4 movement points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Robin and Saxbert managed to leave the board. They are fine. Now Little John. 9 versus 7, so it's 2. And 3 in the 0-4 is R1. So Walker retreats and Little John might run away. Okay, so this is the end of the scenario. Now let's check how many victory points Robin Hood and his men gained. So, first of all, we have a count the total value of our characters. It is their attack and defense together. So it is 13 and 9, so it's 22. 22 plus 16 is 38. 38 and 20 for gold. So we got 58 victory points for Robin. That's pretty good. Let me mark it with die to remember about it. And now Sheriff must count total value of Robin's men that are killed, and plus 2 if Treasure is still on board. But Treasure is not on board, so we have 2 Robin's men killed. He has 8 value and he has 7. Sorry, we have to take their full counters, not their reduced counters. So this is this is 12, 20, 25. So 25 versus 58 looks like Robin Hood managed to win the day. That wasn't easy, actually. I believed it was a little of luck was needed to Robin to win, but I believe that was still a pretty funny scenario to play. You can see that most of these scenarios are pretty short and quick to play, and it will take maybe 20-30 minutes to finish. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.